You see, it does just mean more in the state of Arkansas. What makes 7A football so special, so much more different than, other places throughout the state? Is it any different heading into 2021? It's the On the Hill Media Day 7A West Special. And welcome in to the On the Hill 7A Media Day special, as today we're going to take a look inside the Springdale Red Bulldogs program. And I'm on the campus of Springdale High School in Springdale, Arkansas, and I'm joined by former Springdale Bulldog new head football coach, Brett Hobbs. Brett, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Pat. Appreciate it.
New football coach here, Brett. This is, you have a lot of roots at this high school. How big and how special is it now that you're the head coach, you get to put your stamp on this program?
It's real big. It's a dream come true. Growing up here in Springdale, going to all the games, watching my brother play, and then getting the opportunity to play here. And then, I went away for a little bit, but Coach Clark brought me back as the defense coordinator 5 years ago. And then now I get to live out my dream as far as being the head coach at my former high school.
What makes 7A football, Brett, in your words, so much more difficult to prepare for each and every Friday night, both as an offensive and defensive staff?
I think the biggest thing is, week in and week out, that you're going to face, a tough opponent. There's no easy games. There's no cakewalks. I think it's like the SEC, of high school football. And so I think it's difficult because it's kind of a battle of attrition as far as a year goes on, keeping guys healthy and having that depth in order to be able to compete week in and week out.
You were previously the defensive coordinator here at Springdale. Talk about this football team. You know quite a bit about it. From a head coaching standpoint, what's going to be the go-to word when you talk about the 2021 version of the Red Dog?
I think we're going to be tough, bring back that blue-collar mentality. Our catchphrase or our motto, which has always kind of been mine, but I kind of just, brought along with me is last play, next play. You can't do anything about that last play. You got to focus on the next play, and you can pertain that to live or in season. Last week, this week, yesterday to today. You just got to focus on, the right now and being able to do your job. But I think this team, we're going to try to get that toughness back and just have that mentality and that belief, that we can compete and go against these teams each and every week.
Brett, any added pressure being a former Springdale Bulldog and kind of, watching from the sidelines and knowing how, the tradition of Springdale is when you were growing up? How much of a chip on your shoulder do you sit here with? And you want to get it back to those days where, Springdale was football at its best.
Absolutely. And, it is some pressure. But, like we tell our kids, we just got to keep working each and every day. And, we've got to be good when our back's against the wall. And it is some added pressure, but I enjoy that. I think that's when we do our best, when I do my best. And just having the support from former Bulldogs. And, I think just kind of getting Springdale, trying to get it back on the map, but a little bit more excitement, this upcoming season.
Talk a little bit about your offensive side of the ball. Who will be some of those guys that we need, fans need to keep an eye out of for when they come to Gerald Williams Stadium?
You bet. I think it all starts with our senior quarterback Landon Phillips. He's going to be a 3-year starter, but a 2-year starter at quarterback. Davon Sparks and his brother Tajon Sparks, they can both play, inside outside receiver, but we moved Davon to running back in the spring. Him and Zamarian Manuel, I think, is a great 1-2 punch. But also they play the same position on defense, so that way we can try to maximize, those guys on the field as much as possible. Daners Weiling is another returning starter at wide receiver that's really impressed us in 7-on-7 this summer. Up front, we've got a couple starters returning that are, key to our offensive line. Isaac Cooper, I think he does an incredible job, but he's kind of an old school type player. Right. He's gonna get in the dirt. He's gritty. He's tough. He's definitely got that mentality. And then Giovanni Alvarez, which he's only going to be a junior, but he's going to be a 2-year starter for us at left tackle. So I think those guys kind of anchor up front for us. Let's
talk about the side of the ball. I know you have a tremendous amount of passion for it. You were just previously the defensive coordinator. Who are those guys we got to keep an eye out on once we get into this football season?
I think just starting up front, we're going to have 2 sophomores that are going to step right in and probably start for us with Caden Spencer, which he's one of the best pass rushers that I've seen, in a long time, especially at his age, only going to be a sophomore. And then Zach Turner. But I think these kids, these young men, I think they're ready to go. As a sophomore, that's tough, but they're mature enough and tough enough to be able to do it. I think our linebackers with Datrion Woodfork, you have Kane Pinto, Nick Thompson's kind of our heart and soul of our defense. He's a high energy guy, great leadership qualities. The kids look up to him. He's a returning starter. But I'm really excited about our back end. We've got all 4 starters coming back. With Landon Phillips, if we need him at safety, he's already had a couple college offers at safety. Right. So that can kind of tell you the type of athlete he is. But you got the Sparks brothers, Davon and Tajon. They're going to be manning up the corners. And then you got Eduardo Hernandez and Ricardo Gonzalez at safety.
When you look at this conference, Coach, you get a chance to match with some of the great high school coaches in the state. How exciting is that you get to do that each and every Friday? It's like you said, This is comparable to SEC, some think, in high school football.
Right. Well, I think it's a great learning opportunity for me, to be able to talk with those coaches, but just to kind of pick their brain, before the game and ask them, questions and how they do things and how they run their programs, because as a first-year coach, I think it's important to learn from those great coaches and experienced coaches and see how you can implement it into your program. But it is it's exciting, nerve-wracking, but also exciting as far as guys that you've looked up to and respect, being able to compete against them week in and week out.
From a coaching standpoint, we sat here, we get to go through this media day. Last year we didn't get a chance to do that as the pandemic.
Right.
It's a lot of normal life as far as high school football is concerned. How did you sit here today, Coach? How much more appreciative are you that we get to go in and here in shortly in a few weeks out, right out here in Gerald Williams Stadium, you'll have a full crowd and it'll be what Friday nights in Arkansas, what we grew up.
Absolutely. And I think that's huge. And I think, in Northwest Arkansas, on Friday nights in the fall, this is what we were made for and what, people are really looking forward to. And last year was, of course, extremely difficult and, new for everyone. And I think it's just going to build, more of an excitement as the season approaches. And I think our players are much more appreciative, and you could kind of see that in their summer attendance and, the accountability of them being here and working hard. And so we're excited about that.
Last question, Coach. I want to thank you for taking time out to let us step into your program and take a journey with the Red Dogs. But if there's one reason that you can think of that fans in Northwest Arkansas want to get out and don't have anything to do, look into that camera and give them a reason to come out and watch the Springdale Red Dogs.
Yeah, come out and watch Springdale Bulldogs. We're starting a new mentality, a new tradition here. We're excited, but these young men have been working extremely hard, and I think that you'll be impressed when you come out and watch them. Appreciate the support.
Well, there you have it. Here we're going to take a journey into the Bulldogs of Springdale. We'll be back. It's the On the Hill Media Day 7A West special. Back in a few.
Lindsay & Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have 2 locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers. And we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay & Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
And welcome back to the On the Hill Media Day 7A West special. And I'm on the campus of Springdale High School to talk to a few of the Red Dogs, but I'm joined now by defensive coordinator Brooks Moeller. Coach, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
Coach, back home.
Yes, sir.
You played here, and now you get a chance to be the leader of this defense at Springdale. Talk about what we'll see from the Red Dogs in 2021.
Well, the goal right now, and we still have a long ways to go, we've only had 2 practices, but the goal is to put 11 guys out there that are going to fight and be tough every single play. Give great effort, work hard, play hard, be tough, no matter what. Just be consistent in those areas.
Being a former Red Dog yourself, I mean, how special is it now to be able to come back and kind of lead the resurgence of, great Springdale defense?
Well, I've tried to block a lot of that. It really is an honor for Coach Hobbs to call me and offer me the job, but I haven't thought about much of that. The only thing I think about is how to get these guys in the right spots, playing with the right mindset, getting their eyes right, playing hard, being tough is how they do things, and their hand movements with their foot movements, their eyes, just being consistent. I just want us consistent, and then we build everything from there. But I haven't thought about the big picture of coming back and messing up or coming back and building things. I just think you lay the groundwork and everything else will take care of itself.
Just now recently being the defense coordinator, what have you seen, Coach, defensive guys that really excites you heading into 2021?
Right now, it looks like we have a group of guys who enjoy playing defense. And that starts with the line, goes with the linebackers. We got guys on the back end who can cover. We've got a leader in the middle, and Nick, who makes the calls for us. And we've got a young group up front, and they're fighting. I mean, they're going to be tough. We're going to have those guys for 3 years. I'm excited about it. I don't know where we're at right now because I haven't seen anybody else, but I know I like where we're at from Wednesday this week.
Senior leadership, how's that going for the defense? I know in this conference it's really, really big that you have really good senior leadership. How have you been pleased with what you've seen so far?
Absolutely. I haven't had a problem with anything. Communication, if they need something, they can holler at me. And right now, me not being here for spring, me not being here the early part of the summer, I just ask those guys, hey, just trust what I'm saying is going to benefit you. That's all we have. We don't have time to build the bond that we built in the offseason, built in the spring, built in the last fall. We don't have that time. They've got to just trust that I'm doing this to help them succeed and put them in the right spot. And if they'll do that, everything I do is for them. And they're going to play their butts off, and I know they're going to get after people. I'm not worried about that, but they got to trust what I'm saying and just do the job I'm asking them to, because I know they're going to do it full speed.
As you stand here today, we get to do media day, but this time last year, COVID pandemic, it erased all of that stuff. How special is it that, Coach, here just in a couple of weeks, you'll be able to take the field on Friday night and see a stand full of fans, kind of in a normal setting that we're used to with high school football?
It's awesome. I can't tell you how bad playing football without the fans is. It's not, you don't notice it when you're doing it as you're coaching. You notice it when you do something big. There's no crowd, there's no atmosphere. And it's not so much me, I hate it for the kids, the guys, because they work their butts off, they do a good job, and they want to be in front of a crowd. You sold out games, the big games, that's what makes football great. That's what makes sports great. People care. There's millions and millions of people that care about sports, and they couldn't be in there in person to watch it. And that takes away from the game, no matter how you look at it. Last year the NFL was on TV. There were 1,500 fans. High schools, colleges, empty stadiums. Yes, you can church it up and put it on TV and have music and stuff. It's just not the same. Football is the same, but the environment, the atmosphere, it's people excited. Friday night is that environment. It wasn't there, and it was just different. There's no way to really describe it. It just was off. That's all. It was just different.
Last question, Coach, and I want to thank you for taking time out here on the 7A West Media Day special. But look into that camera and tell people that are in Northwest Arkansas, maybe nothing to do on a Friday night, why Springdale High School and Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium. Be a good way to come out and watch the 2021 Red Dog.
If you want to watch guys who are going to fight on scratch for wins, come out and watch us.
There you have it. Hey, but we got much, much more. Time to talk to a few of the Red Dogs. It's the On the Hill 7A Media Day Special. We'll be back in a second. And welcome back to the On the Hill Media Day 7A Special as we're taking a look inside the Springdale Red Dogs. And I'm joined now here on the Bulldog Preview Show by senior running back Davon Sparks. What's up, my man?
What's up, Coach?
When I say that, Davon, I mean senior year. Last year, this is the last time you're going to go through that conference. What comes to your mind when you sit down and have time to, think about it?
I just think that, like, I got to, like, grind, I only get one more shot, I got to get that one shot to go to college, go up, and I can't take anything for granted. Just like that.
Senior running back, I mean, you're going to be a marked man this year. Yeah. I mean, how does it feel each and every Friday night to go out knowing you're going to get the carries and knowing that, hey, defenses are geared to stop you?
It feels actually pretty good because it's like, I know I have more competition, and like we're going to be playing on like Friday night lights too, so like I feel like the more like their defense is going to try to revolve around like me and stopping like the run game and pass game, So I like the competition.
What makes 7A West defenses so much more to game plan against from an offensive standpoint than any other conference, in your opinion?
We got the secondary. I will say that. Our secondary is stacked. We can take out the run game pretty quick. We're a dominant football team, and we'll get the job done.
Now, when you think about last year, Mr. Sparks, what game or games stick out to you in your career? And I know you got your senior year coming up, but which game or games to this point sticks out?
I'll say the Choctaw game. We went out there knowing that we were going to do our best, but everyone around us did not believe that. And we showed them what we were about. We kept pounding them, and then we ended up winning. So we're all proud of that. And
is Springdale that program each and every year that kind of has a chip on their shoulder when the season rolls around? You guys feel like you have a point to prove, and even more so this season?
Always, but if anything, that gives you like more of a boost to like, so you can prove all the doubters wrong and show them what you can do.
What's that one goal you want to achieve personally in 2021?
2021, I would like to get my first D1 offer.
Now, Coach Hobbs was a former coach on staff. Got promoted to be the head coach, and he's a former player. I mean, how special was that to have a guy come back and be the head coach that kind of can understand what it means to play here at Springdale for you guys?
Yeah, I feel like it's amazing because he's also a really good coach, and and like he always like teaches us well. He was a really good defensive coordinator, and I feel like it has what it takes.
Who's that one guy on the team that maybe we hadn't heard about that when they come out on Friday nights to watch you guys, they're going to be surprised and they're going to say, hey, he's a player?
I feel like probably my brother, Caden Spencer. He's like he's going to be a junior this year, and he's going to shock a lot of people.
Talking with senior Davon Sparks. Davon, let's have some fun now. Me and you riding around Springdale on a Friday night. First 5 artists on the playlist. Give them to me.
I'll say Pooh Shiesty, Drake, Lil Wayne, Post Malone, and I will say Lil TJ.
Any particular team in the 7A West that you circle personally that you just cannot wait to play each and every year?
For sure. I like that. We all been rivals, and I want to end my year off with a dub against them, so we can just to show the community that what we're about.
Well, Mr. Sparks, I want you to look in that camera and tell people why it should be Gerald Williams Stadium the place to be on Friday nights to come watch the 2021 Red Dogs.
It should be us because we all are family, and we're like hard workers. We grind every day to get the job done so the community can see us. And I feel like it's going to be tough for the other teams to get past us this year. We're going to be a pretty dominant football team.
Well, Mr. Sparks, good luck on this year.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you. Much more Red Dog talk. It's on the Hill, our 7A Media Day Special. Be back in a minute. And welcome back to our 7A Media Day Special. And I'm on the campus of Springdale High School talking Red Dogs, and I'm joined by Eduardo Hernandez. What's up, my man?
Good. How are you?
Eduardo, senior year. When I say that, my man, what comes to your mind, when you in the locker room just reflecting on your career?
Time has flown, you know. It's crazy to think back 2 years ago I was down here as a freshman. It's crazy to think, you know. I'm just trying to make the best moments out of it with my family, friends, teammates.
Thinking back over the 2 years playing football for Springdale, how important is this senior year kind of to maybe prove the naysayers wrong? I mean, you guys have been kind of that program not given a lot of respect. Is that something that's been motivating in the offseason heading into this year?
Yeah, it's something to fuel, you know, put some respect on our name, you know. We got a statement, you know, we're going to do this year, you know.
Senior, been the back end, you know, how big of that role you know, have you accepted with the younger guys, you know, asking you the questions about this conference?
Yeah, it's different, you know. You got to be a leader for everyone. You know, everyone's looking up to you. You just got to set the example.
Most memorable game or games or play, you know, to this date?
Game, I would say against Choctaw. You know, everyone thought, you know, they thought we were underdogs, you know. Shut them what's up.
When you come out on Friday nights here in Gerald Williams, I mean, you get a chance to see a full stadium, the band, cheerleaders, you know. How excited are you kind of to have that normal feeling? Because you guys didn't get to experience that last season.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I love the circumstance, you know, the situation. I feel good.
What makes 7A West football, in particular defending those great offenses, so much more difficult than, say, other teams throughout the state?
I mean, we're competing at the highest level, you know. All eyes on us, you know.
Now let's have a little fun, my man. Riding around Springdale, you and I. First 5 artists on the playlist. Who they gonna be?
Drake, Lil Baby, Pushai, 42 Doug, and Kodak Black.
Is there one team that you circle or teams that you have circled on this year's schedule that you just can't wait to get after?
Harbor, for sure.
Well, hey, Warner, look at that camera and tell the fans in Northwest Arkansas if they're not doing anything on Friday night, tell them why they should come out and watch this version of the 2021 Springdale Bulldogs.
Hey, we're going crazy this year, for sure.
Well, my man, hey, thanks for taking time. Good luck on this season. More Red Dog talk. We ain't stopping. It's the On the Hill 7A Media Day special. We'll be back in a sec.
Hello, Northwest Arkansas. I'm Darren Storms with Storms Orthodontics. We are very proud to sponsor the Springdale Red Dogs for the 2021 football season. Wish you guys a safe, happy, and healthy football season. Go Dogs!
And welcome back to the On the Hill 7A Media Day special. And I'm on the campus of Springdale High School in Springdale, Arkansas, talking Red Dogs. And I'm joined now by senior linebacker Nick Thompson. Nick, welcome to the show. When I say your senior year, what comes to mind?
This is it. This is what you've been playing for since you were a little kid playing Pee Wee, and this is the last go around. So,
is this the team, Nick, here at Springdale that's going to play chip on your shoulder? I mean, point to prove your final year?
I believe so. I believe that this team has a little bit more passion and charisma than the teams before, and our senior class especially likes to bring that energy. So it's a lot more well-rounded and wanting to be here.
Talk about that senior class. I mean, you guys have played a lot of football for this program. You know, how special is it to take on that type of leadership role and maybe be that class to get things back to kind of what, you know, you're used to around here?
Yes, sir. Well, a lot of us have been playing together since we were little kids. Landon, Cooper, we've been playing together since we were little, and it's finally getting to do it for the last time. Just one last go, and we're ready to play.
What do you feel in what areas you've grown in your high school game playing linebacker? I mean, your sophomore, junior year that you can really use to help have that senior year that you want to have?
So sophomore year I played linebacker, and then last year I actually played defensive end. So coming back to linebacker for my senior year, it's pretty exciting. It's where I've wanted to be my entire life, just get that hand out of the dirt. But yeah, I'm ready to play. I've been to a lot of camps, a lot of coaches and everything else, just making sure I have all my stuff down, but I'm ready to go.
What makes this conference so much more difficult than 7A West to defend those offense? Opinion?
Oh, with the spread offense, a lot of teams run in 7A West. It's very interesting because a lot of us grew up playing hard-nosed football, and it's downhill. whenever you get to 7A West, you gotta kind of back up. You got a lot of pass plays, a lot of get open coverage, and it's a little bit different, but it's still fun to play.
Nick, who are those games or game that you have circled this season that you cannot wait for that Friday night?
Harbor, Blue Wildcats. Didn't get to play them last year. Sat on the bench my sophomore year, but I'm ready to play.
How big is it to be able to come to this stadium in a few weeks and kind of see a normal crowd? Because, you guys didn't get to experience that last year. How big is, in particular, your senior year to kind of get that feeling back?
Nothing like a packed crowd. There's nothing like a packed crowd, and especially last year not getting to have it with the COVID and everything. But I'm ready to have it, so that'll be fun. Coach
Hobbs was your defensive coordinator last year. Got promotion as a head coach. I mean, he's played football here. How big is that to have a former Springdale Bulldog now, lead the charge?
Absolutely. He brings the energy every day. There's nothing that a single kid on this football field that doesn't like Coach Hobbs. So the day that we found out that he was our new head coach, it was all joy. So yeah, it's just ready to play right behind him because we know he's going to do everything he can to get us where we want to be.
Me and you riding around the city. First 5 artists on the playlist, Nick. Who are they?
I'm gonna have to go with my Christian rapper Caleb Gordon. That'd be number 1. Couple country singers, Luke Bryan and Morgan Wallen, and there's some old school Eminem, Kanye, maybe. Yeah.
What's that one game or games that you will most remember and never forget in your high school career to this day? Now you do have several weeks heading into your senior year, but to this point, what game is it that you can say, hey, I'll never forget that one?
I'm gonna have to say Choctaw. I know a couple of those boys did too, but it was just one of those games that they weren't ready. They thought they were and they weren't, and we get to play them again this year to prove that it wasn't a fluke. But yeah, that was came out, popped them in their mouth first few plays. They weren't ready for it, so that was a fun game.
Well, Nick, look into that camera and tell people if they're riding around Northwest Arkansas, don't have anywhere to go, looking for some high school football, watch, they should come out to Gerald Williams Stadium and see the 2021 Springdale Bulldogs.
We're gonna be here, we'll be ready to play, and gonna give you a show, that's for sure.
Well, Nick, hey, thanks for taking time out on the show. Hey, more Red Dogs. It's the On the Hill 7A Media Day Special. We'll be back. And welcome back to our On the Hill 7A Media Day Special. We're on the campus of Springdale High School talking with a few of the Red Dogs, and I'm joined now by senior quarterback Landon Phillips. What's up, my man?
What's up?
LP, senior year, final time here at Springdale High. What comes to mind when I say that?
Man, I don't know. It's sad, but we're going to bring it this year. We're coming.
When you think about Springdale, is this the program that you guys, heading into your senior year, feel like you got a chip on your shoulder and something to prove going out?
Yes, sir. Yeah, these past 2 years, we haven't been there. But this year, we're coming to compete, and we got to bring it.
Now, you're going to be doing quite a bit on the offensive and defensive side. How excited are you to play that big a role your senior year for this football team?
I'm pretty excited, Just anything I can help my team with, just make us better every day.
Now, what makes a 7A win, Landon, so much more tougher each and every night, both defending offense and defense? You're playing both sides of what is it that makes this conference so much more difficult?
You just got to put in the work, watching film, just everything, trying to prepare for just getting better.
What's that one game or games, that you guys circle, my man, and you just can't wait for this year on that particular Friday night so you can get after that team?
Man, I can't wait for Harbor, They're our rival. We got to get after them this year, yes, sir.
Now, what's been some of the things, Landon, that you've been working on? What were some of the things that you felt last season you were really good at, and what you've been in the lab to make better so you can have that type of senior year that you feel you should have?
I've been working on the pass game, running game, They're moving me all over the field, so I got to learn both sides, just trying to get faster, stronger, just learning the game better. Coach
Hobbs, a former Springdale Bulldog, having played here, and he was assistant coach last year, gets the head job. How excited are you guys to have a guy that's walked on this field, played on this field, and can understand Springdale High School football?
Yes, sir. No, we're extremely excited. He brings the heat every day. He makes us want to get better, come, play, have a great day. So I think it's the best thing we had.
Friday night, a couple of weeks away. How excited will you be to come out in Gerald Williams Stadium and see a full crowd, cheerleaders, band, and just people being normal and ready for a good Friday night in Northwest Arkansas?
No, I'm extremely excited. I can't wait.
I just marking down each day by one. Yes, sir.
Now let's have a little fun. I've asked a few of your brothers, and
Yes, sir.
I'm asked you the same. We're riding around Springdale. You and me, first 5 artists on the playlist, Landon. Talk to me.
Man, I don't know. Probably LLC, Kodak, Drake, maybe Little Baby. I don't know.
Tell Landon, I want you to look in that camera, and for those that be out on a Friday night looking for something to do, might want to come out and watch a little high school football.
Yes, sir.
Tell them why Springdale High School and Gerald Williams Stadium should be the place to be in the 2021 season.
Nah, this is the place to be. We're bringing it this year. We're coming hot and we're coming ready.
Well,
Yes, sir.
Landon, hey, good luck this year. Thanks for taking time out on the show. More Red Dogs. It's the On the Hill 7A Media Day special.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back.
Hello, Northwest Arkansas. I'm Caden Spencer with Storms Orthodontics. We are very proud to sponsor the Springdale Red Dogs for the 2021 football season. Wish you guys a safe, happy, and healthy football season. Go Dogs!
And welcome back to our 7A West On the Hill Media Day special as we're in Springdale, Arkansas on the campus of Springdale High School. And I'm joined now by senior offensive tackle to talk a few little Red Dogs with senior offensive tackle Isaac Cooper. Isaac, welcome to the show, man.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
I see. When I say senior year, the final campaign of football in 7A West, what do you think about?
I don't know. All the memories come back, and last time through, it's really hard to think about. We're never going to be out here again. This has been our lives for 3 years. There's nothing better.
Springdale High School, is this the program in 2021 that's going to have that big chip on its shoulder?
I think
kind of go out and prove everybody wrong?
Oh yeah, I think it is. I think we've been trying to get to that point. The past few years, not doing what we wanted, not being where we wanted. I think this year we're going to come back at it a little bit harder than we did in the past few years.
How much is last year motivation in the off season and heading there in the fall camp to get you guys ready for a kickoff here in a few weeks?
Oh, big part of it. I mean, that's probably been the main motivator for all of us. Was that last year, man? We were walking into that year thinking this was going to be it, and then we just got stumped. And I think big part of the next year.
The line of scrimmage in the 7A West, both on the offensive and defensive lines, I think is really, really a key part of how you have success in this conference. Talk about how much more physical or different, because you get to play down there with the big hogs. I mean, how much more different is off that line of scrimmage play in this conference and say anywhere else in the state?
Oh, it's way different. 7A, we got the biggest, strongest, fastest guys up here. It's nothing like 7A West. It's just, I mean, like you said, there's no one different, no one better than what we got up here in Arkansas.
How do you feel your game has grown? You played a lot of football for this school on this offensive line. Heading your senior year, I mean, what do you feel good about? And then what is something that maybe you've been working on to really, really improve so you can have the type of senior year that you want to have?
The pass game, for sure. Our pass sets, we've been hitting that hard recently a lot. Just protecting that quarterback, protecting Landon back there, making sure he's got time to get that ball out. That's just been our
What's that one game or games that you always remember in your career? And I know you got that last season coming up here in 2021, but to this point, what are they?
Choctaw, for sure. Last year, Choctaw, that we're gonna remember for a long time. Harbor too. I mean, we didn't beat them, but we thought that was gonna be our year, and we're gonna come in with a chip when we play them this year again. So,
what's that game you got circled in the conference that you just can't wait for Friday night to roll around?
Fayetteville and Harbor too. Those two teams. I've been every year. It's those two teams. Ready for it again, yes.
Let's have a little fun, my man.
All right.
Riding around Springdale. First 5 artists on the playlist. Talk to me.
I'm going to have to go J. Cole, probably. J. Cole, 21 Savage, Lil Baby. Yeah, I'm not sure. Travis Scott's in there for sure. I know a lot of them on the playlist.
Well, looking at that camera, big fella, and tell the people of Northwest Arkansas that, on Friday nights, nothing to do. Watch Springdale, and Gerald Williams Stadium is the place to be.
It's been here for a long time. Springdale's been here for a long time, and this is going to be our year this year. So, I mean, you're not going to want to miss it. You're not going to want to miss this year, I don't think. I think this is going to be our time.
Well, Isaac, appreciate you for taking time out. Good luck this season. More Red Dogs coming up. It's the On the Hill Media Day 7A special. We'll be back.
Hello, Northwest Arkansas. I'm Darren Storms with Storms Orthodontics. Here at Storms Orthodontics, we see patients of all ages. We treat patients with traditional braces, Invisalign. We are proud to sponsor a lot of local sports teams: football, baseball, basketball, dance, soccer. Wish you guys a great year, happy, healthy season. And we have locations in Fayetteville, Springdale, and Siloam Springs, and we'd love to take care of your kids. Thank you very much.